Being an entrepreneur, you need to possess those leadership quality skills, because if you are going to have a dream and you need people to assist, you need to make them believe in it. You need to make them believe in your dream. So you need to have those leadership. You need to make the people that are behind you have the same vision.
You are listening to On The Grind podcast. Here we talk to different business owners about their success. Our goal is to expose you to something new that you can learn and apply to grow in your business today. Welcome to On The Grind podcast. I'm your host, Lebogang Kotsi. This time around, I'm talking to Maite Makgoba, who is the founder of Momppy Mpoppy, which is a proudly African doll. Maite, welcome to On The Grind podcast, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you, Lebogang. Thanks for having me.
To kickstart our conversation, kindly tell us about your business background.
All right. I'm Maite Makgoba. I'm the owner of the company that brought you the Momppy Mpoppy brand character, kiddies lifestyle character. Business background, this is my first official or formal business. Prior to that, I had done business very informally. I used to sell vintage sunglasses, vintage earrings, scarves, and all of that at school. That's how I survived beyond school. That's how I got extra pocket money. Yeah, that's the business background I have. Besides that, I have no formal business background except for maybe at home. They used to sell like body ice, the biscuits, things like that. My mother had a salon. Informal businesses. That's just what I grew up around.
And how did you come up with an idea of Momppy Mpoppy?
I came up with the idea through trying to just buy toys and clothing for my niece, Norutando, and since there was nothing in the market, so that's how I started. I came up with it because I couldn't find anything that was similar or close to. Up
to so far, you started this around 2013. How is it doing in the market, the brand?
It's doing quite well. Each year is a milestone. We moved from selling through social media, basically before that, just trying to get the product, actually getting the product, developing the brand, developing the packaging, to actually developing the concept and selling through social media, finding in independent stores, to now having a national store, and finally even having international interest. So each year there's a milestone. Each year there's something that we achieve. And every year we make sure that there's something that we achieve in the company through the brand. And
is there any other products that are associated with Momppy Mpoppy brand besides the dolls?
Yes, Momppy Mpoppy itself, it's a kiddies character. It's an African kiddies character, the first African kiddies character. And it obviously manifested first as a toy in the means of an African doll. And then from that, then it had kiddies clothing. From that, you created kiddies lifestyle merchandises, like party merchandises, like your cups, plates, hats for party. And there are just more things in the works that's been created under the brand.
While you were starting your business, we know like every startup has its challenges. What were some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome them?
Over pretty much most challenges that most business owners will probably be familiar with. A lot of financial issues, not having funding and not having access to a larger market or mainstream market or national stores, or not being able to even get the idea off the ground. So most of it happened to be finances. So through savings and finding alternative ways of achieving that, besides maybe the big idea that you had, having the same idea but finding the more affordable way that you can do it. So that is how I managed to achieve that, simply by just thinking out of the box, not being constrained by the lack of finances and seeing how I can work with what I have.
How do you juggle between your full-time job and running your business?
Oh, well, there are 24 hours in a day. There are 24 hours in a day. 9 to 5, a person's life cannot start and end, So, that's how I juggle it. I manage to just do things before the 9 and do things after the 5. That's pretty much it. And also that I've got a really great team that also, manages to assist me a lot when I'm doing my national duties. They're running things in the background. They're making sure that things are done, So with a great team and with time management, that's how I manage to juggle between the two.
While still on the very same subject of a team, what would you say is the importance of establishing a team that can help you to push the brand further?
Oh, that's very essential because there's no way that you can be in like 20 places at the same time or manage to do lots of things at the same time. You need an effective team. You need somebody that's going to help you with whatever it is that you need, because if you are out there trying to get business, trying to close deals, somebody needs to do the PR, somebody needs to make sure that their sales are being pushed through, somebody needs to make sure that clients are being attended to. Somebody needs to make sure that operations is going well and that the people at operations are, they're doing the job. And somebody needs, there's just a lot of things that are on the business, accountancy, so you need people that are going to be able to assist you while because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you need to have an overview on it. You need to work on your business more than in it. So when you have an overview of it, you know what is needed. Instead of when you are there, you're concentrating on one thing, something else is getting it on the side. So when you have like that nice old machine that's running, then it assists.
You are listening to On the Grind podcast. And what is the motto that you live by?
Oh gosh, I'm not a motto person.
Really?
I am not a motto person, but I just firmly believe in having a balance in life, and just doing things for the better. Don't just do things, don't just do things for the sake of things being done, but you need to have like a really large, big dream, crazy, some people say stupid, crazy dream, right? Mm-hmm. And just put your all in it. You have to have something that you live for, something, an idea that you want to see exist, and you just have to live for it. Because in business, you're going to have down moments. You're going to have moments where you are making zero sales, moments where clients are not paying you, moments where even some people in your team, are just not pulling through, things like that. So if you're doing something that, you really don't believe in and you really don't want to see it grow, then it's going to be very hard. So if you have a crazy big dream and you believe in it, that dream, that belief just keeps going even through the hardship. So I can say that's the motto: dream big and believe, and that is going to be just your force in everything that you do.
According to you, Maite, what is the number one skill that you think each and every entrepreneur should possess, or if they don't, should learn to have it?
Leadership. Being an entrepreneur, you need to possess those leadership skills, because if you are going to have a dream and you need people to assist, you need to make them believe in it. You need to make them believe in your dream. So you need to have those leadership. You need to make the people that are behind you have the same vision. You need to make sure. So I think most entrepreneurs need to have like good leadership skills, in order for them to have their vision, the same thing as they have in their minds and in their heads, that whoever that follows them, whoever that helps them achieve their dream, believes in the same dream and, pushes for the same ideology. So leadership skills and people skills at the most, I think that is one big, quality an entrepreneur should have.
And a word of advice to those who want to start their businesses, but they're just sitting with their ideas at the moment. What would you say to them?
I say one step at a time, always have something that you achieve each day, one step at a time. Try to find out, like, okay, if now I have an idea, okay, what's the first thing? All right, let me start by first maybe registering the name of my business. What's the name of the business? Start by find your name in your business, go reserve it at the DTI, find out how to register your business, and all of that, and find out how to open a business account and, how to be SARS compliant. And then, once you have the formalities done, and then okay, fine, my idea is my idea. Like if it's intellectual property, if there's a logo or something involved in it, or, ideas, is there any way that you can protect your ideas, then you go do the same. You go and copyright them if that's possible. Or you can go to, okay, fine, first let's test the market. Maybe you go to, you sell to your friends or family, or whether you sell at a local market or a nearby school or whatever it is. Or you do your research. You find out other people that does the idea exist, other people how they've been doing it, and how can you do something different? What's going to be your X factor? Do you get what I'm saying? So you need to at least one day at a time just do research, you test your market, find out the legalities, try it out, have a prototype, and approach people that can maybe build you up and tell you what's the next step. But the thing is that an idea is as good as that. It's just that. It's an idea. You need to put action behind an idea. So each day, challenge yourself and say, today, I'm going to find out this and that. Today, I'm going to make sure that this and that is achieved. So one step at a time. Have a goal each day, and there's no goal that is small, because, once you've secured your business name, that's a step in the right direction. It might be a small step, but once you see that thing that says whatever and whatever, TTY, LTD, or whatever, it gives you that sense of achievement. So try to achieve as much as you can, and there's no small achievement, because each achievement gives you such a sense of pride that it pushes you to go further and further and further.
In conclusion, where can we find Momppy Mpoppy?
All right, so Momppy Mpoppy, many ways of finding it. You can obviously do the obvious way, that maybe that's how you find us on social media. And so it's Momppy Mpoppy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You DM us, you inbox us, and then we assist you with the order. We have independent toy store called Lilliput's Kids, where they have our products, and a nationwide store, Toy Kingdom, where we also have stock and there. So those are the best ways to have Momppy. You can go to the shops, you can go to the independent shops. We also try to be available in most markets, and as well as just order and we courier it to you, the easiest way as well.
Thanks for listening to Underground Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, kindly share it with your friends and colleagues, and join us next time for another great episode.